More about what's at stake. U.S. Congressman Michael Burgess, representing the state's 26th district. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me on. Good Sunday morning to you.
So what do you think about what's happening with this issue and the fact that the Supreme Court is taking this issue on?
Well, it had worked its way to the point where the Supreme Court was either going to have to agree with Judge Hannon in South Texas and strike down the order or hear the case. So now they've decided to hear the case. I cannot help but feel that a decision of Judge Hannon in South Texas will be affirmed. It has been at the appellate level at the Fifth Circuit. So I'm optimistic that the Supreme Court this time will do the right thing. But anytime you get the Supreme Court involved, as we've learned in the past couple of years, there's a risk.
So what will it take, Congressman, Doctor, once and for all, to solve this issue, get a bill, get it through Congress and signed by the President? What does it take?
Well, and you know very well what the difficulty is. And the difficulty is people do not feel secure. People do not feel safe. They wonder about the activities on the border. And certainly the time that I've been in Congress, this is something that has been debated back and forth. The House passed a very strong border security bill in 2005. President George W. Bush was really not interested in pursuing that. And so we've had this argument since that time. And until such time as the American people feel that people are paying attention on the border, it's going to be very, very difficult to do anything else around the issue of immigration. I trust the Supreme Court will do the right thing in affirming Judge Hannon's decision. Judge Hannon did make the right decision, in my opinion, and now we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Do you think you can have a bill that has strong border security measures, but also contains a path to citizenship for the 11.5 million, 12 million people already here illegally? You know,
I get that question, and yet I don't get why I get that question. When I first ran for office...
Isn't that the sticking point, the path to citizenship?
But Gromer, over 10 years ago when I first ran, it was the same question. Now look, the United States takes in more than any other nation as far as people coming in legally. It's over 1 million people a year, every year. We're more than all the rest of the world combined. So in that 10 or 11 years that this question has been posed to me, that's 11 million people that the United States has taken in legally. Are the 11 million people in the shadows 10, 11 years ago the same people that are in the shadows now? No, they're not. That population changes, and it changes on a continual basis. People emerge, people go back home, people apply for and receive citizenship. So it is a constant turnover of people who, yeah, unfortunately they came to the country the wrong way. Do we have an obligation to stop that from happening? I believe that we do. You know, we've not had a president who feels it's important. So I feel like next time, 362 days from now, we will have a president who believes that's important.
So I'm just trying to see what a bill should look like then. Border security, and then just no language about the people here illegally.
You cannot talk about anything else until you fix that problem. Does the United States have a fundamental responsibility to define and defend its borders? I think it does. That's the discussion.
Okay. And you believe that some of the presidential candidates support your views on this? Which ones do you prefer?
Well, I endorsed Ted Cruz when he ran for Senate. I've endorsed him in this race as well. But honestly, if it turns out to be Donald Trump, I'll work my heart out for his candidacy as well. I know we need someone different from what we've got right now.
That's interesting in Iowa, right? In 5 seconds, who wins Iowa, Trump or Cruz?
Oh, it's Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz all the way in Iowa.
Yeah. Texas? Cruz in Texas?
Yeah, Texas, it's his backyard. We would expect him to win.
All right.
All right. Michael Burgess, Congressman Burgess, thank you so much for joining us today.